Okay, so me and Cameron, we did our presentation on OT in emergent areas. So what is OT? OT is a profession that has a client-centered and holistic approach, and its main focus is to help people regain or maintain their ability to participate in activities that are meaningful to them. We work to maintain independence and improve the overall quality of life for our patients, whether that be by adaptive equipment, learning new skills, environment modifications, or even just offering our ears and hearing our patients out and letting them speak to us. So one of the groups we're working on is the psychosocial needs of children and of the children and the youth. So we have school struggles, anxiety and depression, trauma, struggles with emotional regulation, isolation. A deeper dive into the needs of them. Anxiety has had an alarming increase in the youth and had started around the pandemic and has led to a variety of problems, and it impacts how children can interact with others, how they participate in school, how they have problems regulating emotions due to getting angry or frustrated very easily. Trauma such as neglect, abuse, or a broken family led to difficulties dealing with emotions and led to behavioral problems. Bullying or being the bully, they develop trust issues due to always feeling attacked and will avoid social interaction, also impacting schoolwork. Disabilities. Children with ASD may find themselves struggling with social cues. Communication can lead to a child that doesn't want to be at school, doesn't like school, or doesn't like to interact with other people at school. Here's how OT can help with the youth. OT can help develop social skills and emotional regulation of children struggling with it through play therapy or interventions with other children to help them express themselves in an appropriate way while also socializing at the same time. OT can help with getting children more engaged with school activities, whether that be homework, participation in class, extracurricular activities like sports, by targeting whatever deficit or condition they have and teaching new skills, adaptive techniques, etc. OT can help with anxiety and depression by teaching the child calming coping strategies such as deep breathing, play, and just make the child feel more in control of the interactions they have with the therapist. OT helps children build confidence and self-esteem to participate in their activities, and it promotes overall well-being and growth as OT makes sure that the children and youth develop the crucial skills to get them to transition to the next part of their lives where they will continue to grow even more. Here are some key points to support OT for the youth. Increased funding for OT in mental health services across all schools so children have a resource and a person they can rely on when all else isn't working for them. Promotion of OT and early exposure to children so they know if they ever needed help, they would know where to go and ask for it. Third-party payers like Medicaid cover OT services, and expanding that access through Medicaid can make sure children, especially ones from lower income families, receive the services they need. AOTA set the standard for what OT or CODA is and the standards for practice as well, making sure therapists are properly trained and well equipped to meet the needs of the children dealing with psychosocial problems. The general public, specifically parents and teachers, can go out and ask for OT services to be in schools by raising awareness of how it can help with a variety of different problems. So our next group is going to be the homeless population. This group mainly deals with mental health disorders, substance abuse, difficulty getting proper sleep and hygiene, difficulty with the problems of always being in survival mode, trauma, and stress. So here's a deeper dive into that. Trauma in homeless individuals is very prominent as they have violence, abuse, leading them into mental health problems and a lot of other disorders. Social isolation, as homeless individuals often are ignored by society, often being discriminated against and mistreated. They will often feel alone and start to develop resentment towards people, and that leads them to sometimes reacting violently. Substance abuse and homelessness pretty much go hand in hand, as it is a coping mechanism for all the problems these people are going through, and they see it as an escape from reality and their situation. Mental health disorders are also connected to homelessness. PTSD, depression, anxiety are the most common conditions they deal with. The importance for OT in the homeless population. OT would provide them with mental health support and improve their ability to participate in society. They would provide resources for them to get access to healthcare, temporary housing, and other services. We would teach them coping skills and strategies they can use to improve their ability to engage in their ADLs and IADLs, build life skills that will improve their quality of life, create interventions to address whatever problems they are facing. They can create groups where they can meet up and talk about the things they have gone through and hopefully make a connection with one another, leading to an improvement in themselves as a person. Here's how to support OT for the homeless population. Local managed care organizations that provide resources to find shelter for a variety of homeless people, whether it be a family, a child, maybe you just as a person. Manage healthcare for lower income populations and can cover OT services like trauma-informed care, which is not covered by Medicaid. Policymakers would be the housing first advocacy groups that fight for providing homeless individuals with housing first, then working on the other issues like mental health, substance abuse, and trauma. Support from the community, and this also allows the groups to help homeless people and guide and mentor them to also being in the same situation. And this allows for them to build trusting relationships and engage in therapy when it's provided to them. Okay, so our last group is going to be veterans. So our veterans, they deal with PTSD, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, returning to a regular life, feelings of them losing their purpose after their service, and isolation. Okay. So a deeper dive, a great number of vets go through PTSD due to all the traumatic things they experienced and saw, and leads them into the feelings of depression, painful flashbacks, and numbness to everything around them. Mental health issues like depression and anxiety are a common thing for vets, leading to a difficult experience when trying to integrate them back into the civilian life. Substance abuse is often used to cope and forget about everything they have gone through, leading to other complications when integrating them back into civilian life. Here's how OT is important for the vet population. OT can offer support for vets dealing with PTSD and other disorders through techniques like deep breathing, stress reduction, and trauma-informed intervention. OT can help with integrating the veteran as they work on rebuilding the relationship with their family, or maybe finding them a support group where they can speak on what they have gone through. And OT can help develop or create life skills that the vet needs help on. Activities like self-care, time management, engagement, ADLs, IADLs. OT can also help struggling vets find employment or help them with going back to school and setting them up. Here are the key points to support OT for the vet population. An increased role and funding for OT programs that focus on integrating vets back to civilian life. Third-party payers like Veteran Affairs provide veterans with health benefits, including OT for mental health issues. Congress and Veteran Committee shaping the laws and funding for veteran programs, as well as advocating for more money and support, can greatly impact the care the veteran will receive. Veteran support groups support vets by spreading the word of the issues they face and how they can improve upon that. And then here are my sources.